You are the man now, dog. 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 You are the man now, dog.
We'll edit out the beginning. You don't have to freak out here. It's okay. Just keep acting how you were acting before. There's nothing different about this. It's like the same exact thing. You've both done this before. I know.
It's just crazy.
It's just crazy.
Line.
No, you know what improv is. It's okay. You've done this before.
Where's the script? It's so crazy how much it changes.
So true.
We'll probably just use that. That'll be funny. Hey, everybody
that's
out there, we used that. We didn't know we were going to use that, everybody out there, and we used it. We don't have to, Maggie. It's okay. If you don't want to.
This is the
raw
stuff
artist.
that
This
is
vulnerability.
yes, thinking on your feet,
Yes.
getting in there, making
Nerves.
a mistake a gift.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes. A happy accident, my dear. A happy accident.
I truly feel like I could just watch this whole episode and not be involved.
It feels like we brought in two like motivational speakers for high schoolers who didn't realize they didn't prepare at all.
Absolutely, guys. Listen up. Listen
That
up,
is
folks.
our
This is-
energy for
Yeah.
sure.
I get it. You get
Yeah.
your free lunch here. You think the world's going to be easy peasy. It's not. Look at us.
Look at
Yeah,
us.
Look at us.
Look at these two women.
We're having a
Saxon
really hard
meet up
time.
here.
You've never seen capri pants like these before, have you?
They don't even make them like this. Yeah.
I think those are just shorts. No,
This is from
No.
Robinson's May in 1998.
And they don't make them like this anymore. They really don't. We were the top of our class, the two of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drugs,
Alyssa,
was it? Nope. Not drugs.
no, I didn't hit that stuff. Marinara. It was marinara stuff.
Marinara. And we're here to tell you, folks, lay off the marinara.
What do you mean? How is that possible?
No.
Oh, and you think we mean eat it? No.
No.
We're not talking
Obviously,
about
yeah.
eating it.
We're
got
cooking
deep
that
we got
spoon
deep-
style.
in spoon style cooking. We tried selling our sauce. It did not work.
Yeah.
You guys
We
both
are
have really
deep.
red teeth.
Yeah, we tried.
Sounds like you're
we,
not.
Well,
Yeah, this is what happens
Sometimes-
when you go too hard for too long. The teeth go red and the bank account goes zero. You know?
yeah,
So you were eating it, just to be clear. 'cause-
well, now not for pleasure. No one was buying it, so we kind of found ourselves dipping into the pot a little bit.
Yeah, and they say don't smoke
Don't.
your own stash.
But sometimes when 6 o'clock comes and dinner, when 6 o'clock comes and the cabinets are
Oh,
empty.
this is that's the truth, man. But
What's the lesson here? Don't get your hopes up. Don't
Yeah,
try anything?
exactly. Don't take don't take a risk.
yeah, instead of just giving sort of fear about drugs or anything, we just want to destroy hope. We
That's right.
We say
Good,
go
good.
to the base,
say-
go to the base emotion and
Yeah.
burn it.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and
Folks.
we encourage a little bit of drug use. We wish we'd gone a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
And, yeah. If we'd been high as hell, we wouldn't have gotten into this business.
Yeah.
Folks, it's the Mad Dog Pod. Have you ever seen this podcast open that way? You haven't. That's what improv's all about. We really took it with our guests today.
I was just about to say we really took it.
We really took it.
We took it.
Yeah.
And we're happy to be here. I'm Dan Lippert. It's the Improv and Conversation Podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Ryan Rosenberg. Hi, Ryan.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
Hey, good and very excited to have our first time guests on the pod today. You've heard them already. Welcome to the show, Maggie Widdoes. Hi, Maggie.
Hi, Dan and Ryan.
Hi.
Hi.
And Alyssa Limperis. Hi, Alyssa.
Dan Ryan high.
Hi, good to see you.
Hi, it's great to see you folks. Thanks for having us here.
Pleasure doing
Such a
business here.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
guys
My
are
gosh.
so professional. That's not the first thing I noticed, but I'm really noticing it now.
Yeah, we're really,
You don't know when a deal's going to pop up. That's what I like to say.
It's Hollywood.
It's Hollywood. Anything could happen at any minute. I've got contracts
know.
right next to me, just
Oh, good.
drawn up in case.
I got a shredder right there. I got a because I'll wipe that deal. If the deal's no good, it's going to the shredder. I don't care. No problem. That's the symbiotic relationship between Miss Widdoes and I.
What a
Miss
power move.
Limperis.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, thank you both for being here, for being so professional, for really, I would say, alpha dogging Ryan and I as far as the negotiation has gone so far.
Yes.
Yeah, we have had that effect.
It's not the first
Unfortunately.
time we've gotten that note.
Yeah. We used to do on Alyssa and I met when we lived in New York and started doing comedy there. And we used to do, Alyssa worked at this Condé Nast brand that was called The Scene. And it was like their digital brand. It wasn't, their digital arm. And we had a weekly Facebook Live that was
I can't believe.
I can't believe.
I cannot believe a company put their names behind us and what we were doing.
I mean, it was really putting us in a small room and watching us enter psychosis every single week. And the comments would be like, "Well, they're back again."
It was so, yeah. I mean, it was like they just needed to fill minutes. And so they were like, let's just give them a craft and see what they do. We never completed the craft. It always ended in like dancing and a conga line and a big mess.
Getting the camera people involved,
getting up close with the camera.
Yeah. Sort of just an exploration of the mind. Yeah.
What did the scene do? And how were you what was this meant to be? Was the scene like reporting on particular pop culture?
Well, sort of. It was basically just when the digital, because Condé Nast was such a print publication, and then so once digital have like a bigger player,
the pivot to video era.
Condé Nast created this brand, The Scene, that was like initially meant to just merge all the digital components of these companies. And then when I got there, it became more of like a female focused video brand. So that's where I started making a lot of like character videos. And then there was this thing where they needed Facebook Live. So like the brand would go live every single day, multiple times a day. So we would just have all these streams. And Maggie and I were on one of these streams kind of doing whatever. It kind of is like
it wasn't like, here we are, Alyssa and Maggie, we're here to talk about X, Y, or Z, and then it devolved. It was literally just like they were putting a camera in front of the two of you and you're going to make some entertainment.
It kind of reminds me of like when kids are going crazy at a restaurant and the mom is just like, just take the phone or like take the thing, do whatever you want with the iPad. That's kind of what it was like, just go ahead, do what you have to do in front of the camera.
It's like that, or those experiments you hear about where they like leave a chocolate bar in front of a kid and all the adults leave. And you just like see how the kid interacts with the chocolate bar, and like that has scientific merit, you know?
Yeah.
Of like I do think if psychologists watch these videos, they'd be like, we could take some takeaways from this in terms of how the human.
These women are too old for this experiment.
Yeah.
This is a children's experiment.
They're behaving worse than 3-year-olds would.
Yeah. It's significant. It's scientifically significant.
What was I going to say about that? Oh, nothing interesting. So I'm moving on from my own thought. Not that your story is not interesting. I had a thought that wasn't. And Alyssa, like a professional, has taken a sip from the cup that we were going to talk about before the record. And she was like, wait for it. Knew that we needed a segue here and took a sip from the cup on the video.
Hey, look, look.
What is it?
I'm alpha dogging even when I'm not talking.
Yeah.
So what does this mug say? I see the numbers
It's just
2020.
funny to me because The mug says my 30th birth. Okay, so my 30th birthday, the one where I was quarantined 2020 with little masks over the
As if
O's.
it's the Friends.
Yes.
It's the Friends font and
But
how they
my-
title Friends shows.
But my mom
kind
sent
of.
it to me.
Of course.
No idea about
Right.
Friends. No idea about Friends. Never seen it. No idea. Just thought this without Friends would be the right vibe. My 30th birthday. And I remember like 2020, June of 2020, this was when like we were all like, we'd been fully trapped inside, no vaccines in sight. And I get this thing and I'm like, now I'm sort of haunted. It's like exposure therapy. Every time I take a sip of coffee, I'm reminded of some of the worst days of my life.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom got us similarly. It was like a Christmas ornament that December 2020 and gave it to all of us. And I was like, do you and it had like different things, bad things from the year 2020 on it. And I was like, why am I commemorating? Like, I'm throwing this out.
Right.
I don't want to every year open my box of Christmas decorations.
Exactly. 2023, the year you got in that car accident.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The year you threw your back out just standing up. Why would I want that?
Yeah, not everything needs to be commemorated and left with a memory. Sometimes you just want to move forward.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's like their generation's version of participation trophies.
Right.
Is commemorating every moment.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, compliments to the commemoration industry who felt they were at the end of. They were like, "This is an inflection point for us. If we can't figure out how to do 2020, we're done. We could be
have
fucked
to
forever.
pivot. We have to pivot here. Yeah.
What do you think their mugs said before this? Their mugs were just like Sunday tea.
Yeah. Wine o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I really feel basically you can search any, like, have you ever done this where you can search basically any term and there's probably a company that has a mug that will say that on it. So it's like, I think these companies have some way of just like, no matter what you search, they just slap it on a mug and then it's, because you can find
Zazzle. The
that's
Zazzle
it.
mentality.
It's the Zazzle of it all. Exactly.
It's the Zazzle effect.
It's the Zazzle effect, and that will be studied. Sort of in a butterfly effect way.
The Zazzle butterfly. That's
the Zazzle butterfly.
Kind of double.
Yeah.
Hi, excuse me. Are you enjoying your day at the mall here?
We really are.
Yeah.
We're having a hell of a time with my beautiful family. Come on, guys. Say hello to the gentleman.
Hi. Hey.
Hi.
Well, I don't mean to take up too much of your time. I work at this store right behind us. It's things remembered from 2020. And so it's all kind of tchotchkes and kitschy little things from the year 2020. I opened it when the rent was very cheap. And I signed kind of a long lease, but everything in here, is very family friendly, very
Mom,
fun. So
can
come
we get something, Mom?
Sweetheart, how can I say no with eyes like that? Come on, get the hell in there. Come on, let's go.
Yes.
Something out, kiddos. Go ahead.
This is so perfect. This was like my favorite year. I mean, remember everything that happened?
Oh my God.
Yes.
It was the year I got to lock myself in my bedroom and no one would come in.
Yes.
Yes.
Those are great words that we actually have printed on bed sheets here. So you can have bed sheets 2020 across the top. The year I locked myself in my bedroom and no one wanted to come in.
And it's Comic Sans, my favorite font.
Okay,
yes, I thought it was going to be like a pattern, but it's just like one big poster of a bed sheet. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. And then all the O's have those little coronavirus strands on them. So they're like little COVID.
How fun is that?
I'm glad you love it. Yeah, I'll let you shop and just let me know if you have any questions.
Okay.
Actually, I do have one question.
Yes.
Do you have any sort of divorce memorabilia? Sort of the year my husband left me with the kids?
Sorry to hear that. Were you divorced in 2020?
I was.
Perfect. I mean, obviously not perfect,
No,
but for this circumstance, yes. Are you looking for like a very fat wine glass? or
Guilty.
more of a towel?
Not a towel. No,
No.
dry as a bone.
What do you mean?
Mom's
Pardon?
always dry.
It's been a dry stretch, but wine will wet my whistle. I would
But
love.
surely you take a shower, or maybe it rains and you need to towel off, or you exercise.
No, she says we do double shower for her because
That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're like
Oh.
her heart living outside her body, and so when we do things, it actually she feels them.
And for some reason, ever since the divorce, water doesn't take.
That's what she says. Is that water doesn't take?
Wow, that sounds like a big trauma.
Yeah.
But you know, that's kind of what we're here for, is to turn those lemons into lemonade.
Lines.
That's right.
So what we have, if you want over here, we can take any photo you have with the children's father and your ex, and we can put little devil horns on him, or we can put X's through his eyes as if he died from COVID, any sort of stuff like that, if you want to do that.
I kind of want to remember it good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I don't want to, hate my dad. It's still my dad, you know what I mean? I still came out of his penis.
Same.
That's right. Oh, and actually, my gosh, you have this blanket here. I came out of his penis. I can't believe it.
That's awesome. In 2020.
So this is ideally if you have like currently a 3-year-old or something like that.
Yeah.
But,
Oh man, I wish I were 3 so I could get that.
I know, sweetheart. I know. Okay, well,
I'm so sorry. But I can, what year were you born? Maybe is there maybe some of the numbers
I was
in
told
there
I was told a girl never shares her age.
That's right. That's right, sweetheart. This is still
That's what
it's a
Mommy
mall.
says.
It's a mall. That's where things happen usually.
Let's just say I'm old enough, but not that old.
Okay, whatever's being implied here, I would like to remove myself from that.
Well, you can't, buddy, because you're here. You're in it. You're a part of it.
I don't want
What
to.
about a calendar that said every day the guy hit on me at the store?
What about that?
Yes.
Okay, that feels like now, yeah, like that. That's maybe if that's something that happened in 2020. We do have these calendars here, but this is a little more of like countdown to the end of Trump is one of them.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That is funny. That is funny.
That's oh my
For
gosh.
both sides. Both sides think that's funny.
Yeah.
And we couldn't figure out like 12 Trump things to put in there. So like number 9 is just when Bush said something when he said the definition of is or whatever. I think Clinton said that, but we kind of ran these out pretty fast to be honest.
Right.
It's the economy, stupid. That kind of stuff.
That kind
Yeah,
of
I think that might be. I think that might be James Carville who said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you know that.
I'll have what she's having, right?
Yeah, I think that's Meg Ryan. Yeah.
Well, I think it was close to the White House.
Yeah,
Mom,
probably.
I'm getting
Mom.
frustrated, and I'm getting kind of sad.
Okay.
I'm not finding anything in here about when I broke my leg and the doctor made fun of me at the hospital.
Oh, I am so sorry, sweetheart.
It happened in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mr. Sir, do you have anything for my brother about when he broke his leg in the hospital and the doctor made fun of him and then tried to get me in on it?
First of all, thank you for talking to me with such a respectful title. That's very specific. We don't have that exactly, obviously, because we have to print these things in hundreds, and I don't think that's happening.
You're going to say that to my son.
People.
You're going to look my son in the eyes after you hit on my daughter, and you're going to tell him that you don't have the thing he wants after his dad.
Do it, Mom. Kiss him.
Do it, Mom.
After his dad left him, and the doctor laughed in his face.
Yeah, get him by
Pin him.
Kids are kind of forming a wall behind me, and you're pinning me against
Damn,
the
Mom!
kid.
You're the strongest
You're
mom
gonna
on
do-
earth.
Now you're
I'm
gonna
not
do.
going to kiss you, man.
Kiss him. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, Mom.
You know what, guys? Let's just go get an Auntie Annie's, huh?
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Yes.
I love them all.
Auntie Annie's. Auntie Annie's. When you're looking for a bite.
This scene sponsored by Auntie
This
Annie's.
scene sponsored by Auntie Annie's. There's always something for you at Auntie Annie's.
Man,
When you're looking for a bite of something you would never normally eat, get a giant pretzel.
the flavors that taste like chemicals, but that's only because they are.
Have you ever wanted a hot dog and something crazy? Yeah.
I used to go, there's a mall that in LA is now, I actually don't even know what's happened to it, but it was called the West Side Pavilion. And it was just classic mall style, 3 levels. People would do, mall walkers would go there. It was a real circuit.
I'm so close to that. I'm so close to that. Whatever age that
Any day
is,
now.
I am knocking on its door. Yeah. Yeah.
And I ate a lot as a kid, but like I would get 2 sour cream and onion pretzels and 2 cinnamon sugar pretzels if I went to the mall.
The full,
In
the,
one
the full pretzel?
sitting?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
With dip, probably also.
No, I wouldn't do dip,
Oh.
but
So you're saving some money.
yeah, I wanted to save some money. But I remember I'd get like $20 and I'd blow it all at Wetzel's Pretzels.
Oh, Wetzel's, yeah.
Yeah.
That is such a funny kid logic of like, yes, $20. I never have this money. Let's just go give it to the pretzel guy. Like,
My mom found out because she'd be like, "Where's the change?" She found out I was tipping. Like, basically, I was just saying, like, keep the rest, no matter what it was. And I just loved the feeling of like giving. I was don't worry, you can have $5 for these 4 pretzels.
It is really fun. Giving a big tip it's a great feeling. I feel if I had all the money, that would be a fun thing to do. Yeah.
Some of the go ahead, Maggie.
No. I actually am dying to hear what you have to say.
Well, thank you. That's perfect then. So listen closely, lean your head in.
Yes.
I believe that some of the joy of tipping has been taken away by the fact that you have to do it on the iPad now.
Yes.
Yep.
There is a joy to like leaving cash for some reason. I don't know what it is.
because you don't want to hold for like, did you see that?
Yes.
Right.
Did you see what I did? You want to just be like, I'm giving this to you, person.
And I'm walking the hell out. Like you slap that on the table and you just walk out and they go, oh, and you're already gone.
You're gone.
Yeah.
Right.
And working at a restaurant, you could go from to all your tables and see how much each of them tipped you. I don't know how it works in the iPad now. Do you like immediately check?
I don't know either. And I also don't like it. I feel like part of it, I'm like, I don't even believe it's going to them.
Yes.
Right.
Cash
is nice because you knew it's going right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Maggie
really
and
under the table, you know that the cash is like kind of a secret. You're like, this doesn't have to involve the company.
No. or big government. That no one's touching this.
No one's
between you. There's an intimacy there, actually.
There is.
Yeah.
There really is.
I like to create a lot of intimacy with
my money. Me too. That being said, Maggie and I are new to not new, but I would say half a year into having acrylic nails.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa, same color, same acrylic.
Yeah. And I will say we have found there's a lot of joy in using a nail like this on the iPad to hit the 20. If you hit the 22% with this nail and then give a little, and then you go, thank you. I mean, there's a lot of power in that. Yeah. There's a lot
people
of
treat me differently
Definitely.
when I'm sort of on the, I think also like, it's what I like. I'm like, it's very working girl, very like 80s, early 90s, like the shellac on a nail and seeing it like I've got my own money and I'm spending it.
And I can afford it. Yeah.
And honey, I can afford it. Yeah.
I'm very sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
No. I've already taken one.
Well, I'm very impressed by the percussive element of nails like that. Like you're saying how you can just tap the screen and it feels like you're very in control. And I could only wish to have such, decisive dexterity,
Yeah.
Well, it's funny.
Go on.
Oh, this could be a little male ignorance.
No, look, it's very fun and we feel very like feminine and it's fun. Like there is a lot of power in like when you're talking like this. That being said, we've texted each other like, I can't get the debit card out of the machine. I need a knife to open a seltzer. So look, one step forward, a few steps back for sure.
Did you guys do this together? Did you guys go together and get them done?
No, Maggie started.
I started, and then Alyssa saw and Joy did and was like, wow, I really see what you're talking about. And here's the other, like, also, you just sort of have to go with God and hope that what you're typing, be it on a phone or a computer, is going to come out right. But you absolutely can't really do much there. Yeah.
You're using the pads, not the tips anymore.
Exactly. You can't use the tips. So then it's very.
But the pad and tip, they sort of, they're. That's the eternal seesaw.
Yeah.
Where does one end and the other begin?
Yeah.
Ryan, I don't know if you were on this walk, but we have a crew that we go on little walks with around Atwater Village.
Lovely.
One night we were outside of a Del Taco, and this woman got out of her car and she goes, "I'm sorry, guys," and we're like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Could somebody put my credit card in and out of the parking meter?"
Because of her nails.
And I was like, this must be this woman's rock bottom on her way into Del Taco, having to stop like 7 guys to be like, "Hey, I can't handle this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is really, I've had to do, like, I went to a Clippers game, and when you get a canned beer at Staples or Crypto, you have to open it before. Thank you. I just want to. Crypto.com arena. And you have to open it before you leave the stand or whatever. And it was the first time I confronted it, and I tried for like a full minute and a half and finally turned to the guy who's like, "Yeah, I saw the nails." I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you could keep those cool little bartender like can spritzers right on the loop of your belt or something like that.
Right.
And I'm keeping a lot on the loop of my belt already, you know? Yeah.
I just got my nails done, so now I have to wear carpenter pants.
Exactly. I don't exactly know if that
I could really become a carabiner person, you know? If I combine the nails with carabiner culture and sort of
how do we feel about carabiner culture? Because I am of two very disparate minds about it.
Me too.
I love the utility, but I hate the I don't know if this is the right word, but the showiness. Everybody's like, "Look at my carabiner," and they're shaking it around. Yes.
I totally agree. It's like, I really love
just to make sure
utility things, like things that there's nothing better than practicality to me. Mm-hmm. But so many of the people who use it are not practical people.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's like, you're an impractical person. You don't deserve this.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo Concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
That's like something Logan Roy would say to one of his kids.
You're an impractical. That's really funny.
Yeah.
How are now when you guys say carabiner, what are they attaching it to? Is it attached to a pant or a backpack or?
It's like a large ring for your keys. So I'll see it as people having that.
Where are you seeing people putting it?
Typically they're like front belt loop or their back belt loop, but then they're the same kind of people who are just a little bit energetic and they're always swinging around. You know, it's like, I think that would fit in your pocket. I do appreciate that it can go on your belt loop, but it's almost the like millennial version or whatever of like dad with a cell phone clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the phone can just be in your pocket. It doesn't have to be out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you meet like a rock climbing guide who's got one, and you're like, and that's it right there.
See, I'm over here. I went to school in Vermont, so I'm going carabiner. you're climbing. So I see it as just, well, of course you need the carabiner, but you guys are, you're
When
seeing
you were always climbing, you were doing that a
I
lot.
was always climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, I would
Yeah.
climb and climb. There
Yeah,
was,
you-
yeah.
The
It sounds
Alex,
true. It sounds really true.
I think we're just looking for like one more thing about climbing to make sure that it's actually true. You know.
Yeah, no, I would climb. You can bet your bottom dollar I'd climb.
Sure, sure.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
guess that is another thing. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys ready to hit the slope? I'm gonna be your guide, like I said, and we're gonna be climbing, and I climb, so that's all good. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm really excited. We just got the group on last week, and we were sort of like, "Ooh, I've never done it. I'm a little scared, but it's time to sort of face the fear, you know."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I hear that. So yeah, just if you feel comfortable signing the release, and then we'll get going. So you want to just take a look over that?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Passing it to you.
Okay.
Quite a slide over there. Thank you.
Of
Yeah.
course, it's a little thick, so I wanted to make sure it gets
Right.
across.
It
Hey,
feels. Oh,
yeah. Hi, how are you? No, I'm
Oh.
going to be climbing today. Yeah, I'm doing it.
that- Hey, Dan. I don't feel that good about this.
No,
She's kind of freaking me out.
okay.
Hey, guys,
I-
are you
Yeah.
seeing this?
Hey, guys, how we
I don't
do- a
want this
pen?
to-
You need
I
a
don't want this to
pen.
be about this all the time, Maggie. But I do think this is a little bit of your internalized misogyny here.
Okay.
Is like
Yeah.
you're seeing that it's a woman instructor and you're not trusting her. But I think that
Well, I
it's
get
her
it.
mannerisms and stuff.
Yeah. No, because when I get on an airplane and the pilot speaks and it's a female voice, I do get off because I don't trust it. So
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying
Well,
to
thanks
work
for letting
with
me explain that to you.
Yeah.
But I feel like, but I don't want anybody to do anything that they feel unsafe with. Obviously, it's like my
But I want
birthday.
to. Yeah, I want to
and-
be cool. Yeah, I want to like be part of the group, and I'm obviously down to do whatever you guys want to do.
Great.
Hey,
I
guys,
just-
popping in quickly. Did anyone bring any extra water? I fully
I brought a whole
had a little bit
camelback,
of a
so we
brain
can have
fart on that one. Pardon?
I brought a camelback, so I have a whole sort of reservoir, so we can all sort of take sips if
You have
that's.
a
Take a
camel
suck.
on your
Take a
back.
suck. It's a great camelback.
Oh, the backpack. Right.
Yeah. It's like one of the most famous
Right.
mountain climbing sort of
Mountain
like
climbing
ways to
sort of
drink water.
ways to-
right.
right. Yeah.
While we're filling this out, I guess if you wanted to switch out of your flip flops into your climbing shoes or anything like that too, I don't know if you need time for that.
I actually I
Oh my God,
Just-
you go barefoot. You are such a pro. You go barefoot?
Oh wow.
yeah, I do sometimes go a little bit barefoot. I got a pedicure. Gals. Right, I got tips on the toes.
Yeah.
I got a
You
Those
coat.
are
got
long,
tips
yeah.
on those are really long toenails. Does
Yeah,
that help?
You've also got some pretty bloody thighs and the backs of your calves and stuff. It looks like.
It's kind of what can I say? I'm a fashion gal and I love my tips on the hands and the feet. Yep.
Yeah.
get it.
Well, yeah, I'm down to sign this. I noticed you went pretty big in the font with "in perpetuity" throughout the universe, pretty repeatedly here.
Yeah. I
But
want to make
yeah,
sure I don't want to get in any legal trouble again, right? I
Yeah.
can't lose another decade of my life. That much is true.
How old are you?
Pardon?
How old are you?
Oh, well, I was told you never share your age. Deals could always be happening.
Okay, that's true. I respect that.
Yeah.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
well,
Okay.
go ahead.
Actually, I was kind of hoping one of you had a thought. I'm ready to go if you guys signed.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm signed. I would just I feel like my hands are a little clammy. I need some like chalk or something to. I've only done this like once in like
Right.
an indoor gym, you know.
Oh, you did indoor. You did indoor.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be totally different. This one's going to be a little bit where these rocks will be real.
Is this
Okay.
harness supposed to like go around both my breasts this tight?
Well, I mean,
Like I thought it was mostly.
I don't want to
supposed be
comment. I don't
groin.
want to comment on, obviously, I don't want to get into that. Once
Yeah.
you say breasts, I go, uh-oh, there's that lawsuit, right? So I kind of can't touch
Hey,
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this maybe was bought like from like a sex shop. I think it's more that kind of harness.
So again, that's totally up to you.
My harness has me hanging in the air with my feet and my arms pointed up. I'm not sure if that's the right.
Yeah, no, and it looks great. It looks really good. And
I'm glad it looks good.
yeah. And
I do want some pictures, some new pics for the dating apps or whatever. But
Right.
Well, yeah, I got tons of accessories if you want.
Your harness will be really good for the dating apps, I think. I mean, it's really accentuating all the right places. I mean,
it's created circles out of the entire front of my body. It's just
Isn't that something?
It's
Isn't
a
that
sea of
something?
skin circles.
I love that. Sea of skin circles. That's really nice. Yeah.
well, can I be honest? I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm really geared up, but I'm just a little afraid to take like the first step. Could you just show us like the first handhold, the first foothold, and maybe that'll.
There you go. I'll do it. I know it's tough, so give me your hand.
Okay.
Give me your hand.
No, don't just push me up the rock. I wanted you to show us how you do it.
Oh, I heard. Okay.
Very soft hands, by the way. Very
Thank
soft
you.
hands.
Thank you. Yeah, I moisturize like crazy. It gets so dry out here, and at my age, of course.
I feel like mostly dry.
82. I'm kidding. I'm not 82. Come on.
Good. No, you seem much younger.
Thank you. God bless you. Bless you. Okay, here goes nothing. I will be up ahead. Follow my lead.
Okay. Good. Oh God. All of her nails flew off.
Oh my! She died from like 2 feet in the air. I've never seen anything like that.
That is so horrifying. Also, I guess I never imagined I'd see someone die and their last words would be, "Oh no."
And the harness definitely doesn't work how it's on. So we should not do this, I don't think.
No, and now that I can see the other side of the harness, it does say "fuck me" whole style on the other side.
Well, let's get those pictures for your dating profile and get out of here.
Okay, let me just waddle on over. Does one of you have the key to open this thing?
Oh yeah. Are you in a chastity belt? Is that what that is?
Yeah, she swallowed the key. I wasn't sure why she did that.
No!
I guess when the ambulance comes, we need like firefighters to get us out of our harnesses too.
Fuck! This is why you don't do Groupon, you guys. I told you we should have just done the pottery class.
You're so right. I'm so sorry.
Class pass, because Groupon can't be trusted. this scene.
You're dumbass.
Fuck me, whole style.
Whole style. Was that whole WH or just HOL?
I pictured it W.
I like WH. It was HOLE in my mind.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah. Because all sex should be whole style. I think, right?
Yeah. You want to be working the holes as best you can.
Yeah. That's actually really good advice.
Yeah.
That's really good advice.
I give out a lot of good practical sex advice like that. Work the holes as best you can. Keep it straight.
Babies are born out of men's penises.
Yeah,
that's kind of the, yep.
I understand it all. I've seen it all, and I get how the body works.
Well, and that's, I think, one of the things that our we can call them fans love about our show is it's not necessarily an informational show, but they are learning all the time.
Absolutely.
It's so beautiful.
It is.
Yeah,
the platform you've created.
Let us know what you learned from the show in the comments, please.
Yeah.
This is just a thing that happened to me today. It's a change of subject, because unless we have more whole style stuff, which I'm happy to.
No, Dan, I'm.
It's
please.
probably best for all of us.
It's best for
we do
the greater good.
Better,
I feel like the way I delivered that was like I'm uncomfortable and I need to change this, but I'm not really. I just don't have much more to add.
No, you have an open energy. I feel. Yeah.
Good. I went to my dog woke me up really early this morning, and so I just had time. I was like, all right, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this time, and I don't want to just like lay around.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do around my house anymore. So I was like, I'll go to Millie's.
Nice.
Nice little diner in
it.
Silver Lake,
Nice.
a favorite. I was like, this will be nice. And every time I do a thing where I'm like, this will be a nice little thing, it's not.
Yeah.
And it was like really busy. So I was like, oh, I'll sit at the counter. Not knowing that the counter is basically, the seats are made for somebody 5'3", and
Yeah.
I'm 6'7". And I was sitting next to like a woman who's reading a book. And so as not to, I either had to spread my legs both ways where my knee would be in her business, or face my whole body into her breakfast, or face my whole body into the seat next to me and like turn my back to her.
Yeah.
So that's what I chose. But because we were so close, I couldn't really cut my food or like access it. So I like spilled yolk all over the front of my shirt.
Oh, just the acceptance of like, this is how this has to be.
Yes.
Yeah. And I realized halfway through I must have seemed like a pig because I was eating mostly with my hand and my fork because I couldn't use my knife.
I must have seemed like a pig. Did you feel like you were being noticed, or did you feel very self-conscious?
Just very self-conscious. Like there was nothing in the way we interacted that was like this guy over here. It was more just like trying
Aware
my
of your
best
body.
to
Very-
not ruin her breakfast and then
Yeah.
ruined my own in the making.
Right.
It's Dan. I come from a family of 6'7" men, so I'm very accustomed to sort of the freak large. I grew up amongst giants, and I remember when I lived in New York, my dad would visit. He's 6'7", and also like he's pretty hippie, and I would be like, okay, I'm gonna like take us to this like cool little French restaurant or whatever, and like the cool French restaurant has like toadstools for people to sit on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we went once, and his knees were like up to his chin, and the table next to us couldn't access their seats. And we were like, "Yeah, we're not doing this again. We're going standard dining room, big dining
Yes.
room."
Just a bunch of little French people with cigarettes. Oh, je peux oh, c'est tellement.
We don't even need food.
Yeah, we don't need food.
These little bird people, and we're just like big boned and coming in.
I feel like I've had that problem with my family, just in like, I moved to the city and I found really cool stuff, and now I want to show them that, and they're like, what the hell is this menu? Or like, can I just get a hamburger? Or and not that my family is like hicks at all, but I'm like, oh yeah, I'm trying to impress them, and rather than just like enjoy something together,
and I don't need to.
Yes.
Like,
No.
like my dad is 69 and his bones hurt. He has all new hips and knees. Like, he can't do that.
Right.
It's like, oh, here, let me take you to this place I actually also never go to because I want to impress you.
You have to go to this. Yeah, you have to go to this museum that I have don't know a thing about. I've never thought about going to a museum ever.
No.
Right.
But I do find that especially like the hipper a place is, the more uncomfortable I'm going to
Totally.
physically be in the seats.
Now I have a question. Was there any point, like when you first sat at the bar, did you think to yourself, was it immediately aware this was going to be a problem? Did you think, should I move, or did it kind of just happen?
It kind of happened, and even getting there, you're kind of it's like busy and all inconvenient. So once I was there, I was like, well, do I want to go out, do the weird thing where I like cut the line to be like, I actually don't like my seat. Can I be in front of everybody to get a better seat again? I was just, you could foresee the whole process being difficult.
Yeah.
And then my pancakes were undercooked. So it was just
undercooked cakes.
Soft in the middle, yeah.
No.
And not fluffy soft.
No, not
Yeah,
fluffy
it's too
soft.
No.
I will say I'm a woman of routine. I really, which it probably hurts me sometimes, but I rarely stray for this reason. Cause I'm like, I love, if there's a place I know I like, I go there basically all the time. Cause I'm like, I get why people like chains or Maggie, we frequent Domino's a lot when we're together. It's like, sure, you know what you're getting, and there's some comfort to that because it's good to try new things, but then sometimes you're like, oh, this whole thing was, I had a terrible morning when I could have just gone to the place I know and love.
Yeah.
It's like
what's your? Oh, go ahead, Maggie.
No, okay.
I really want to know what you have to say.
I'm trying to know.
Oh fuck! It's not that good.
No, I have to know. Everyone, let's spotlight Maggie's video.
Maggie, please.
Maggie's got something big to say here.
No.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you.
Well, I
This
guess
is Maggie Widdoes with a statement to be remembered.
Oh fuck! I guess what I was just gonna share was that professional sports teams. That's why they like to go to chain restaurants.
Thank you. Beautiful.
We needed that in a single. We really and we got it. And now we can move forward.
Got the shot. Yeah.
We're moving on.
Yeah, we're moving on. I feel like my brother has worked for a bunch of NBA teams, and like sometimes they'll go to like when they go travel, they'll do like a fun, nice restaurant or something, but most of the time they're going to Cheesecake Factory. Right. And like Outback and places that just like they know they won't really get food poisoning. They know they're like everyone can find something. Yeah,
the flavoring's not great. You're like, I kind of know it'll be kind of basic. Or it's you just have had it and you haven't been sick, so you're like, okay, I can trust. I'll go there again.
Yeah.
I worked at the Cheesecake Factory for like a year or over a year, a little bit. And what I found is the people who are really cheesecake heads, it is like just an expensive coffee shop. Like they have everything on the menu at all. And they're like, hi, I know you have 800 menu items, but can I get this thing instead? Because I know you have all the food. And you're just like, yeah, that's our policy. Like, I'll write into the computer. Yeah, they're just like write into the computer whatever they want, and we'll let you know if we can't do it, essentially.
Wow.
It's crazy. I got fired.
What? For what?
I got fired because I don't like following rules, and they have a bunch of stupid rules that I was like, I'm not going to ever get caught for that. And then I got secret shopped like 6 times, and I got like 40% on all of them because I was just like, yeah, I don't do that. I don't want to.
Yeah.
That crazy rule
what is
about not
secret
stealing
shop?
money.
They have people. And I embezzled as well. They have people come in and like order meals or whatever as like undercover shoppers essentially, and then they rate their experience with you.
Wow.
And I think sometimes it's like people who have been like contracted or hired or whatever, and then sometimes it's just like want a free meal at Cheesecake, fill out this survey. And so like I don't know who is the harsher critic, but I really got it.
It's a lot of like you can become a secret shopper on Craigslist. You can just like join the company that third parties out to that. Yeah.
I secret shop on Craigslist sometimes, and people are never expecting it.
I had a very formative life experience at Cheesecake Factory, which is it is weirdly the first place I tried buffalo wings.
I thought that was going to be.
I lost my virginity
on the patio at a Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, he fucked me raw good right there in front of Cheesecake.
Whole style.
Whole style.
Your first buff wings at the Cheesecake.
Wow.
Yeah, really fun. I remember being like, this is about to be a relationship. This is a relationship for life that I'm developing, you know?
Yeah.
So you felt in the moment becoming a buffalo wing head.
Huge. I literally was like, I have to come back here tomorrow for these buffalo wings. My parents were like, we're not doing that. And I was like, I gotta get these wings again.
Were your next wings like, did you compare everyone to those ones, or were you like, oh, every wing is good now?
I do think I compared all of them to that, but I haven't had those wings in so long that in my head they are still very good, and I don't think that's the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boneless or bone in?
Bone in.
Bone in.
Oh, bone in.
Bone in.
God, I love cheesecake. I mean, I just remember Cheesecake Factory being like a very fancy, exciting situation. It was very gold inside.
Yeah.
It was a real treat to go and to look through that massive menu and
The weight of it.
the weight of it. The way the
Menu.
bread landed on the table. It's yeah.
You sound like a
Sensory.
famous poet. The way the bread hit the table and the
bread
rain
hit the
tickled my
table.
tongue.
Yeah. Oh. Wow. So you got fire waiting. See, that's funny. I love following rules.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I love rules. I waited tables for so long. Yeah, I love a rule. You don't like a rule. Did you go to what was your school?
I would say that I am a rule follower, but there's certain things that I just won't do. But I don't really have like a code about it. I'll just go like, yeah, that one's not for me. Like one of the things that they wanted us to do was to like, if somebody gets up and goes to the restroom or something, you're supposed to walk over and grab their napkin out of the seat and fold it and then put it on the table so that when they arrive back to the table, they have like their own dirty napkin folded or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not touching somebody's napkin. And then you're also supposed to like,
I hear that. And then also like you're touching other people's, it's not really very sanitary because then you're going running plates potentially with those hands.
And it was just kind of a lot of things that to me seemed like in my head were like, oh, people don't like this. I get why it's here, but I think people are going to like me less and tip me less if I do this, so I'm just not going to do it.
Yes.
My grandma was like that. She would say that was one of her life lessons was like, don't do rules that aren't for you. And for her, that was stop signs. She would literally be like, yeah, that stop sign's not for me. And I was like, I don't feel safe in this car, in this Honda Element, which is what she drove.
Yeah, it's like one of the rules. That's not a subjective rule.
No,
that's one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm glad she was smart enough to get a huge car so that if that had happened to be an issue, it wouldn't be one for her as much as the other person.
1,000%. And she said to my oldest brother, she said, I'll buy you a car only if it's the Honda Element because she loved it so much. And then that was the Honda Element that was passed down.
Awesome.
Yeah. It was really.
Y'all still have it? Those cars are worth a lot now.
We sold it after she passed and they found a raccoon in the engine.
Oh my God.
So it was, doing pretty well. Made a lot of money on that. Yeah.
Wow.
Insane.
I'm still rocking a Honda.
Oh, yeah, you got a good Honda.
2011 Honda.
Yeah.
Which one?
CRV.
Love a CRV.
Love a CRV. Sturdy. Yep.
Yeah.
I feel so safe in a CRV.
Absolutely.
And it's about as big as I need. You know, I can't imagine needing a bigger car.
Right. It's yeah.
Oh yeah, my parents had like a 91 Suburban growing up, and it was looking back, I'm like, that was a tank. That thing was fucking huge.
Yeah.
Just constantly clipping people when you're parking and
it's like go-karts. But then I guess everyone I have to think of everyone in my family is giant. So it's like that it didn't feel that big. But when I see them out in the streets now, I'm like, who needs this?
And that was pre backup cams too. So they were just to parallel park that thing, that took just grit.
And I feel like the older it was, the more it was just like one big piece of steel. You know what I mean? Like there's something about cars now where it's like, oh, this is like new metal. The old stuff was like 3 inches thick and like my neighbors had one and it was like an 85 Suburban and it was like, this literally could be a tank. Like you could drive through a wall, no problem, and there would be no dents. Like
our Suburban was in so many crashes and came out the other side.
Absolutely.
Like it was like every family member got in a car crash in that Suburban and nothing happened.
Turns out it takes way longer to break in this thing than you think it would.
Yeah.
This 20,000 pound car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I'm here from corporate. They sent me down here to reiterate some of the steps of service because we've been getting some pretty bad secret shops
Here we
here.
go.
Boo,
Here we
boo,
go.
boo.
Here we go. Let me take a nap.
You will not boo me, and you will treat me with a modicum of respect here. I mean,
Get a life.
Get a
I have a
job.
wonderful life. Actually, I have a wonderful life. I have a son
Grow
who loves
up.
me very much. I am grown up. I'm an adult man. I own my house, and I pay the lease to my.
Please.
I pay
Please
my-
spare
I
me
pay
the
my-
details.
house. Isn't that cool?
I have a son. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
I
growing.
Loser. No offense.
Jesus.
I have a hand and a foot. So I'm not
Yeah,
bragging.
I went to Montana once. You want to fucking talk about that?
Hey, you want to start listing details? I ate a
You said
burrito
that when
for
we
breakfast.
interviewed you. We looked into that. I don't think you did go to Montana once.
I went
You
to
were-
Montana once,
You
and
were
I
so
loved
insistent.
it.
We looked into it.
I really,
What city?
The
It's not-
capital. Where else?
Right.
Which is?
Boise.
It's Idaho. It's Idaho. Look, I wanted to talk steps of service, but you are unruly here. There's no look. Don't you all want to keep these jobs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm on the fence. Are we getting like lunch with this talk, or is there going to be like free pizza or something kind of
Yeah.
fun?
I clocked in, but I'm not making tips. So, like, that's why I work here, you know?
Right.
Okay. Well, I understand the complaint there. No, Shannon, you won't be getting lunch. And it's not because we don't want to give you
You
lunch.
think?
It's
Because you
because
think
the
because I'm a
email
woman,
chain-
you think I shouldn't be eating because you want me to keep? Oh, for the customers.
Wow.
Yeah,
No,
you
it's
want
not because I want
all
you to
it's-
keep this
you
for the
want me
customer.
barefoot and pregnant in your kitchen, don't you?
Hourglass with a pregnant tummy. That's what you want.
That's what
No.
you
want.
want.
36,
Huge
25,
numbers.
36.
Absolutely.
No, it's because the
would
email
love
chain
that.
where we asked you to put into your orders devolved into different photos of me photoshopped onto different characters from the Mad Max movies.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
that stuff
wasn't
is
what
how you get
started
people
it.
in the seats now. That stuff spreads on the internet.
Like wild.
We don't want
wild.
people, we don't want to spread. We just needed your food orders for an
But you get
employee
what we
meeting.
mean, how you look like the boss, right? How you look like the guy who has the tubes going into his head. And he's like,
Why don't you send him a picture? Send him a picture. Send him a
Yeah,
I,
picture.
have, I know what a Morton Joe looks like, okay? I had to show him to my son, who is a fan of
Fury Road.
Oh yeah, your son. We've heard
Yeah.
all about
Oh,
it.
here
go.
comes the sun again. Would he be?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't have a son.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm 19. You
Well,
know.
Yeah. So sorry. So,
Well,
Yeah,
so
sorry, I'm 42 and nobody wants to mate. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Can we get back
Jeff
to the
is the
cheesecake?
fucking coolest 42.
Yeah, man. I gotta tell you.
I
man.
know. I know.
Yeah, you're.
Nobody
so
thinks
cool.
I'm 42. Nobody
No,
thinks I'm
no,
42.
No.
No, you would
They're
never.
like, oh, he's probably like a fat teenager.
yeah.
he-
Well,
that's
because
why
you
he
hang with
looks
us all the
big.
time too. You're constantly hanging with us
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And you threw that absolute ripper during
Rage,
finals.
Holy
Yeah.
Thank you.
shit!
Thank
Holy
you.
shit!
Well,
I
hey, if
slept
you're gonna
through all
break,
my
I want you to
exams.
do it somewhere safe, my house, you know.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you,
Dude,
Jeff.
Totally.
Okay, wait.
All right.
So what
Should
was
we crack
the thing?
beer now?
Yeah.
No, you can't crack a beer during this meeting, Jeff. Put it away. Put it away.
All right.
Okay.
yeah.
Fine.
Look, I have to say, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but Jeff isn't the type of person you should look up to. Okay?
Why? He drives a Honda CRV. He owns 5 different copies of Zelda Breath of the Wild. He makes absolute bank here and on crypto. And he
He
owns.
talks-
Yeah, say it.
He taught us how to do whippets. He taught us. I'll
He doesn't
So-
teach you
always
very
remember
well. You're
that.
both scarred on the cheek. You both have huge scars across your cheek. So he
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah,
teach
that's
you.
how
That's
you feel it
cool.
better.
That's how you feel it better. It gets to the blood quicker.
Yeah.
Like
it's coffee.
Goldschlager, it cuts you.
Yeah.
Well, I
What's
have
this
to
meeting
say,
about?
this meeting it was supposed to be about the steps of service, but we
Right.
need base level respect. Shannon, you're a manager here. You were promoted past Jeff almost immediately after your first week because we needed somebody, and we need to see some leadership from you, but from all of you, base level steps of service that we've outlined in the Cheesecake Factory manual.
I heard you guys got Jeff a gym membership and are forcing him to go until he has an hourglass figure. Is that true?
No, that's not true.
We all heard that. I heard
Jeff
that
got
loud
locked
and clear.
into an 8-year deal at the Planet Fitness on New Year's Day because he thought the David Arquette Bozo character at the Anderson Cooper Live New Year's Eve was so funny.
Well, then that is his mistake.
That's
Yeah, that's on him.
That's
Yes.
on him.
Okay,
See,
we're
we're
not-
open to taking
Yeah.
like ownership of shit. You know what I
Totally,
mean? Like, if it's
totally.
legit, I'm
As
willing
manager, for sure.
Totally.
to. Yeah,
Thank
I-
you, Shannon.
and as
Oh, actually,
managed,
as manager, by the way, Donna, I'm promoting you.
shut up.
Yeah,
Genius.
you're manager too.
Shut the fuck up.
Seriously, why not? Come on up.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sit down, dude. Sit down.
Oh fuck. Okay.
That's within your power. You can give Donna a raise. We do have to go and promote her. We have to go a little bit through the corporate structure.
Please call me ma'am now.
Yeah,
I'm willing to call you ma'am, Donna.
Thank you.
But not in the sense that you are my superior.
Well.
Well-
In this building, technically she is higher ranking now. In the corporate office, you are higher. But here, I view you kind of like a freelancer. No offense.
Yeah.
None taken, but you're just wrong. That's just incorrect.
Oh.
Yeah, the power structure of this company is not location based.
Oh,
It's a
pay-based.
franchise. I thought it was all about location based.
Well, so
location,
I'm gonna-
location.
Sex sells.
Right. Avocado egg
Yeah.
rolls.
Look,
We know the menu. What's the issue?
Yeah.
Donna, it was Donna, right?
Ma'am, yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. Since you've just been promoted, maybe you can explain as far as the steps of service go. Now, we've just sat a table of 4. How long before a person on the wait staff should greet them?
I know
At
this
their table.
answer like it's the back of my hand.
Hit
You
'em.
have to give them at least 20 minutes so that they can finish the blunt that they probably came in here with.
Yep.
And you
Probably.
don't want to interrupt because you don't want to mess up with the vibe. You want optimum blunt rotation status hit.
What's
And
wrong?
then you come in and you say,
Dream blunt rotation.
That's-
Immediately wrong.
Yep.
and then you come in and you say, how can I elevate this party vibe?
Wrong.
Awesome. Great job. Great
Thank you.
job. Great
Thank you,
Shannon.
job.
Sharon.
Jeff,
Yes.
that's not applause worthy. All right. Donna, incorrect. Nobody should. That's why it stinks in here. It's good to know. Nobody should be smoking blunts in the restaurant. What restaurant on earth have you seen that happen in?
Well, I
Thai
was just trying to
cafe?
smoke. Yeah, Thai Cafe for sure. We hit that up every Sunday. I was trying to smoke weed in here to cover up the smell of whatever you're wearing. Is that cologne? Is it patchouli? Is it off-brand patchouli?
I'm picking up on some of that.
Yeah.
It
It's
is
like
not
the
main-
CK1 of
It's not
patchouli fake.
It's not. It's a patchouli isn't a brand. It's not like Q-tips.
Did
Patchouli
you get that?
is a
Did you
thing.
get that at the Sandalwood store?
We're not here to talk about my smell. This patchouli.
How can we talk about anything
Well,
else? The only other thing I can smell is the weed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I have no problem with that. I want to get on the record and say, as manager, I have no problem with the
No
weed.
problem.
I do.
Get
Nope.
people
I do.
out of prison who are in prison on weed. 'Cause
Yeah.
that is-
Absolutely.
And
Why?
rehire
Tell me why. I
rehire
wanna
all the
know why,
cheesesteak
Donna.
employees who were fired from weed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
No.
I want to talk
2
about.
minutes.
I want to. Oh, you want to hear Donna's
No.
explanation?
You tell us. But I just want to say really quickly. 2 minutes after someone sat, they should be granted. Go ahead.
Oh, it's 2 minutes. Oh,
That makes sense. It does make sense when I hear
Oh.
it.
yeah.
But Shannon,
two-
what would you like to talk about if that was so important to you?
Well, I was kind of talking about like when it's right to sit and chill with the customers and how to know when it's good to sit and chill and when it's good to not, because that can be a tough thing. Generally speaking, I find it's good to sit and chill.
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
Right.
Yeah, if it's a couple
Yeah.
or something.
If it's a couple and they look like they maybe are like into that kind of thing, yes. If it's a couple and maybe not, then that's when I would say you wouldn't want to chill, if that makes sense.
Right.
I think
So,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I was worried about this. I had heard that there was something going on here where members of the staff were unicorning for couples, and were offering that service.
Right.
What does that mean?
Wait, you
Jeff.
if you taught me that, remember?
Why don't you explain it?
Oh, get his
Jeff,
ass, Jeff. Get his ass.
he's not getting me. Jeff
Oh,
taught you
explain
guys.
unicorning.
Unicorning is a woman who is willing to be a third in a three-way with a
Oh, and I
couple.
bet
only,
she's
huh?
got big old boobs, huh? And I bet
Yeah.
she's got a perfect body. This woman you want to sleep with. Oh,
I'm telling
Big,
you,
fat, hourglass, pregnant
Yeah,
stomach. for
I
you.
bet she's yabos up top and
and
downstairs.
I bet her eyes are just boingy, boingy, boing when she looks at you. 'cause
Bouncy,
her-
This
bouncy,
guy.
bouncy,
Jesus.
bouncy.
Did you even think about the fact that she might have back pain?
And also, there's male unicorns, dude.
Yeah.
What do you think the horn represents?
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
Jeff.
you for being.
Phallus, dude. Phallus.
Phallus. Jeff taught me that term.
Yep.
I've taught everybody here that term. Absolutely. That's why I stay at the cheesecake, because I know that the managers aren't doing what they need to do. We have to raise the next generation of forever servers.
in
Yeah.
my day-to-day interactions, I'm teaching people almost nothing. I'm not going around
Yeah.
teaching people terms and sex terminology and ways to live, all right? Today, I'm teaching you all stuff, and I'd like you to listen to me over Jeff, right?
I'd
So you
like
want
to
us to talk
listen
at
you
the same
over
time?
Jeff, too.
No,
We should
Jeff
talk
is,
at the same time, and you want them to listen instead of.
yeah.
Jeff is not the authority. No,
Jeff is
we're not going to talk at the same time.
The thing is, when you get it
No, it's
well
not
done,
the idea isn't that you have to pick while we're both talking who to listen to.
I go, Jeff.
I'm going back and forth.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going back
yeah,
and forth. I'm
Sorry,
trying to,
bro.
I got both on that one.
loyalty, family,
Lee.
family,
Family.
family,
Family. Family.
I am at a loss.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to say this, Jeff. You're fired.
that mean?
You know what it means to be fired, Jeff. It's happened to you.
Oh shit! Jeff got
Okay.
Oh, dunk on him, Jeff.
Right.
Dunk on
Hell
his
yeah.
ass, Jeff.
Okay, someone's about to have someone at their door every morning stealing their newspaper.
Yeah.
Because I'm
No,
free,
Jeff.
baby.
No, Jeff, because you remember what the judge said. You can't come within 50 feet of my house anymore.
My judge said that too.
Wait a minute. Did we have the same judge?
Oh my
We
god.
must have.
Yeah.
Well, it's class action.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff, by the way, you're rehired, baby, under me.
Yeah, loyalty, family.
We're like the Fast Five of cheesecake.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I disagree.
What do you think we are,
look,
the Tokyo Drift of cheesecake?
I'd have to check with my son even about the series to
Oh
really
my
understand.
God, your son. What is
they're
he
not
busty
movies that-
too?
I will say I'm a little worried about my tables.
Yeah, what's up with your busty son?
I bet you love his hourglass shape too, you fucking perv.
Where did this come from?
Oh, you know exactly where this came from.
You
Yes.
did it.
Can
You did
we-
this.
Where?
If I eat a whole cheesecake, like not just a slice, like the whole cake, can I get that free? Like the whole 6
no,
or 8?
it's not like a steakhouse.
Because I've gotten very close. I've gotten very close.
Shannon, I don't want to police what you eat. You don't get it for free, but I will say you frequently tell us how lactose intolerant you are.
Yeah, but that speaks to how good our cake is. My God.
Right.
That's the
And
first kind of
intolerant
truth in
doesn't mean impossible.
That's right. You taught me that. You taught me that.
Yeah, it just
Improbable,
means your body
baby.
doesn't like it. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Rage against it. Yep.
you. No.
Rage against
no.
the machine, your body. Yeah.
Exactly.
Look,
exactly. I love this job.
We are running out of time here. Like Shannon said, there's a few tables that we haven't addressed. So I want to let you all go, but
Thank
this meeting
you.
isn't over. We're going to have to talk some more about this. I would love for you all to respect my emails and respond to the things that I outline in them in blue.
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay, well then you should have to respect and respond to when we send it back with a different font color and have notes on your bullet points.
Those aren't notes. I don't know how you do this, but they are drawings of my wife, but made to look like she's in a funhouse mirror that makes her hourglass shape.
I've been meaning to say, like, what's the sitch over there? You guys looking for a unicorn?
And scene.
That was, I swear to God, just like working at Cheesecake Factory. It's crazy.
Places like that really the thing that is very true to it though is it'll be like a 19-year-old and a 50-year-old.
Absolutely.
And they kind of do socialize outside of work,
Right.
and the lines are blurred there.
Absolutely.
The break room is sort of a breeding ground.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
we used to go to a bar after work called Q's, and it was just the worst place in the world. And I'm like, there is no reason we should all be friends. It's not bad, but it's weird.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's not dissimilar to improv teams.
Yes. Yes.
Not dissimilar is what I'll say.
No, it's way cooler going to Birds.
Yeah. Going to Birds with my in New York it was McManus. Going to McManus with my 201 class where one dude's in finance and doing cocaine on a Tuesday and there's a 70-year-old woman going through a divorce.
Yes, always. Always. That was always
Yeah.
You know, I always, when I don't know what to say, I just say peanut butter. It's always funny.
Yeah.
Something like
And
that.
yeah, and it works. Everyone joins in on making it work in a way that's scary.
Yeah, you could go an hour being like, did you see that move Anthony King did in that show? And it's like, all right, I could talk about that for an hour and then go away.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of talking for an hour and going away.
Yeah, that's actually a really good transition.
Holy
Thank
shit.
you.
Really good.
We've done it. It is the Man Dog Pod presented by Auntie Anne's in conjunction with, I forget what the second one was.
Things remembered.
No,
Things
it was
remembered.
What was it?
Oh,
Groupon. Not Groupon, but
Class
Pass.
Yeah.
That's
Class Pass and Auntie Anne's present the Man Dog Pod. What a fun episode this was. It was great to do some improv with y'all. Alyssa, where can people find you, and is there anything you'd like to plug?
You can find me at Alyssa Limp. Wow, coughed over
Should we
my...
take that clean? Just,
Yeah,
All right, go again.
Someone's
Go again.
jealous. Someone's
Okay.
jealous.
No, go again. I think I
Maggie, you're
support
gonna
you.
get a chance too. It's okay.
Okay, fine.
You can find me probably at the Cheesecake Factory or at Alyssa Limp. And you can watch my special on Peacock called No Bad Days.
Yeah.
Or you could go into the archives and watch me and Maggie as Banana Gals on somewhere.
The internet has it. Yeah, for sure.
There's got to be on there. Yeah.
Is Banana Gals from Scene TV?
Yeah.
Is that what we were called?
Yeah.
Wow. And Maggie, is there anything you'd like to plug?
Sure. You can find me at MWids, WIDS. And I don't know when this comes out, but next couple days I'm doing bringing my solo show to Edinburgh Fringe Fest. So I don't know if
Yeah.
Oh,
you
cool.
have any
This will be out on May 19th.
Perfect. So I'll have link and everything up for that. And so if you're
Top of them on to you.
it's exactly right. It's a lot of that kind of humor.
Is that the preview of the show? That's the preview.
Yeah. We have that as just sort of a trailer, a sizzle reel.
It would be so funny to go there with a show of Irish characters thinking you're making fun of Scotland.
Truly, thanks for clearing that up for me. I had no idea. I don't know the difference.
I suppose I'll have a big Guinness because I'm such a Scottish lad.
Just doing like a dramatic potato famine show.
We
Motion
love it.
But that's so cool. How can people find out about that? You may have said in
MWids. Follow me on Instagram.
MWids.
Yeah.
And your pod.
Oh yeah, and I have a podcast, Stinkers. Dan, we got to get you on that. We've had these two folks on, and it's very fun with Caroline and Cotter and James Dwyer. And it's great.
Yeah. People
Such a
bring
fun
on
show.
stinky ideas they've
Yeah,
done, right?
things they've done, people they've done, places they've done, all that stuff.
Here's the stinkiest person I've ever done.
And I mean by scent. Yeah.
Yeah.
A funny side note about that show is my improv group Winslow has been like desperately trying to figure out what our hook is going to be for our UCB shows, and we keep locking into ones and then being like, oh, we can't do that. And the last one we locked into was like, let's do like this show where we talk about bad ideas people have had or whatever. And it was like, we'll call it Stinkers, and we have an inside joke with the group that there's like a skunk that we've had for years. And then like a day later, Mary Sasson was like, hang on a second.
Yeah. Mary's like, wait, I was just on a podcast where I did.
Where did I get that idea from?
Yeah.
Glad we figured it out before the show, though.
Funny.
Would be an honor to share that with you all.
Well, check out Stinkers, great podcast. Ryan talks about the unreleased Big Grande sketch, Titty Crazed Boys, on there.
So good.
It's a lot of fun.
And thanks again for joining us. Thanks to Trenton Oliver for editing help, Annie Wu for our logo, Casey Trillo for the theme song, Ryan Rosenberg. What do we have to say other than that?
Just thanks to Maggie and Alyssa. You guys were so fun, so funny. Thank you.
Bye-bye.